Hi, everyone. Uh, I hope everybody's having a great night, afternoon, wherever you are, morning. Okay. Um, I'm on a sugar high right now. I my sugar was running so low to me. See what everybody else thinks of as normal. I think of as a little high because I don't feel well these days. If my sugar's in the normal range, I tend to want to pass out. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. So like tested my sugar just before coming on the air. Said, no, this won't do. I got to be somewhere near 180 anyway. So it's terrible, right? I know. I'm the only person I know that would, try to get my sugar higher when I'm diabetic. I know. But, that's what, these things, chocolate bars are for. Besides, they taste good. Anyway, what's up? I wish the heck somebody would call me tonight. I'm not exactly pleased with myself this week. I I showed you guys, right? I bought a a motor scooter. Okay, but it's it's like a mobility right scooter, but for people that like a faster one, 3 wheels. hmm It came. No, I didn't crack it up yet, but I sure feel like I'm going to. It's very it's a very lightweight bike. It's not a heavy. It's not like in the old days, right? When you're a little kid and you're driving a tricycle. It's not like that. There's no foot pedals. Right? Okay. Uh, and I would have thought that I would have no problem because I've played around on my grandchildren's scooters, the regular ones, right? Okay, the little boards with the long thingies, right? The handles, right? And you're running around in the play park, right? In the skate park. I wasn't popping wheelies, but I did pretty good on it, I thought. hmm Yeah, and Trevor didn't think I was half bad either. He can just go everywhere. That kid was like at the time 4 years old, okay, and amazing, okay, on a scooter. Just amazing. He'd go up these thingies, that they go up and then he'd land at the top of it and then come down again the ramp, right? Okay. I said, how does that little kid do this? I'm getting on this little yellow, really cool, and it is cool, it's got all the gadgets, so that, you can even drive at night. It's like a little mini car, except for it has 3 wheels. Okay. And it has a throttle. I'm not used to a throttle yet. Has a throttle and the brakes, are in the handlebars. hmm And my feet, okay, unfortunately, don't reach the platform. I'm so short that I've got like 6.5 inches space between my heels and the platform. Well, let me tell you, that makes you feel a little rickety when you're on it. Going 1 mile an hour seems like it's too fast. Yeah, I did a couple of those. Like, oh my God, it's a pothole. No. Okay, so I'm being silly. But yes, I'm trying to learn how to ride this little scooter. And until I do, which hopefully will be by the end of next week, I'm a little bit nervous about posting a photo with me on it. And I do have, in fact, I have someone who's on vacation right now who is going to be building me a platform that is custom made, just for me and the scooter. right? And it's going to rest right on top of the existing platform. I happen to think it's probably important that I can touch the floor of it. Yeah, and I happen to think it's probably important that I be able to securely buckle up, with the seatbelt, right? So I'm going to be, playing with that all week and trying to get rid of my fear. And I didn't do that badly when I was going up and down the street, just kind of like, outside of my house, as long as I was on the pavement and it was flat, But the minute I get to the corner and I wanted to take a turn, right, to turn to the corner, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to go down in the ditch because it feels like it wants to tip over. Right? That's the front of the bike. It's a tippy bike. So I got to be able to get my footing. And there I was on tippy toes, trying to get my footing. So I said, that's it. I ain't doing this today. So I said to the kid, hey, let's put this thing, in neutral and turn it back around, put it in the garage. I chickened out. Me. Yeah, Ethel, big chicken. Can you believe it? Mark. I will learn to ride that bike. I will. And I will drive it to the grocery store. Okay, it will happen. I'm just not sure, I'm just not sure how long it's going to take, but I'm going to do it. Right. And I will bring you out, to the garage and show you around with it. Okay. But not, this time of day. I'm going to do that probably earlier. This is like 7:09 p.m. and the sun is starting to go down. Boy, they start going down early, don't they? At the end of, it's not even the end of summer. And, the sun is already starting to go down. Looks like an hour early where I am. That's sad. Because I don't like to see winter coming. Yeah. Winter around here probably starts in October, November. So, depending on where you are, that might be early or late. I don't know. But I sure know one thing. We seem to have 6 months of winter around here and 6 months of everything else. So chances are, we're actually living up there somewhere in the Antarctic. No. Yeah. Are we in Greenland? Yeah. It's pretty bad. Okay, it gets awful up here, and it does it soon. So I hope, that I hope that we're going to have enough daylight hours left to be able for me to, practice on that bike. I damn well wouldn't do it in the evening. Okay, so sometime in the afternoon, this coming week, all right, I'll post some kind of a video. Right? And you guys will be able to see how terrible I do on that tricycle. Okay? Yeah. But thanks for coming. All right. Katie is down in Bangor. Her boyfriend, Connor, right? Connor's sister took them down to Bangor. Right? Which I ain't going to tell you how far, Bangor, but it's, far enough, okay, that you can't walk there. It's probably like, 2 hours drive maybe, right? They went to the Bangor Fair, the state fair. So they're down there having a whole hullabaloo of a good time, right? And I'm sitting here, okay, and fighting my sugars. I'm scared to go out and try to ride my bike. I'm depressed. Right? I know. Everybody out there giggle and laugh. Why not? There's nothing wrong with being kind of upset. At the fact that you can't, trust yourself on your bicycle. Other than that, what else has been going on this week? Well, let's see. Glenn Beck, okay, he posted a video. I don't know, maybe it's 16, 18, I don't know how many hours ago now. really awful, terrible, scary, crappy, okay, but I want everybody to go look at it, okay, and then I want everybody that's an American, that's an adult, and this is important, don't let your kids watch that, all right, the one that says this is not for children. I posted that. Don't let your kids watch that, all right, it's not good for their uh, emotional health, okay, you don't want little kids seeing something like that, but you go and watch it, and then you'll understand why we have to change the people that are in charge in Washington. Right? We need to get out, okay, of all those places in the Middle East. We need to get out of them. And we need to not just get out of them, we need to figure out a way to get any of the people that are, like this Iran thing going on, okay, nuclear da da da, no. Got to get rid of that whole idea. You need to totally protect the United States. Need to get somebody in our government, okay, that actually gives a damn, all right, about our Constitution, wants to protect our people, and will keep the very evil, okay, ISIL, okay, out of it, okay. Every person that's involved in ISIS and ISIL, and who's a Muslim of any type of ill repute, right, needs to be totally not allowed in the United States. They need to be booted out if they're proven to be terrorists. And they need to be not allowed in the country. All right. And there's got to be some pretty darn good screening. All right. And people that are here that are suspect, definitely we need to we need to get rid of all of this. Okay. Anything that has to do with ISIS, it has to be like, we don't care what you do to each other. Go ahead and rip each other's guts out, but you're not going to get in our country and stop them in that way. Okay, and stay out of their, yeah. They're not in any kind of a healthy state of mind. You cannot work with those people. We need to get rid of Obama. We need to get rid of everybody that's working in that cabinet with him. Okay, just let's have some stick to itiveness and get the bad guys out of there. We should have seen it. We should have seen it. We're all wrong. Look what he's doing to the country. For God's sake, look what Clinton, all of them, is doing to the country. Use your head. This was not the type of change we were looking for. Okay. All right. Let's get it back to normal. All right. Or we'll all feel like we want to just jump off. Okay. But those with guts won't, because we'll be fighting the bad guys to get them to jump off. All right. Okay, guys. All right. So anyway, we, I've had a little bit of a depressing week, reading all this stuff. Gosh, I wish I had something nice to report. It's happening everywhere, and that's the problem. All right. America isn't the same anymore. I can't believe I was stupid enough to vote for Obama. I'm honest. Okay. My brother Don, he had the right idea. And I said, well, if Donald's saying that, it must be really off. No, okay, I'm going to try it. I'm going to vote for Obama to give him a chance. Big mistake. I should have listened to my gut. Right? When my gut said to me when I first heard Obama's talk about change, it's time for a change. Everybody like a change? And my first gut reaction was, he's not really saying anything. I don't hear a platform. So, like I said, some people like me at the time were dumb. All right, we ignored all that. Okay, now look where it got us. Okay, my brother was right when he stomped into the place and said, "I'm not voting for you. We don't need an Obama nation." Okay, all right. Sorry, Donald, I should have listened. Anyway, yeah, it's 2016, right? I am praying that we get rid of all of them, no more Clintons of any kind anywhere. Okay, nobody from that family. Nobody that's in, the existing administration, okay, that's in any way directly involved, with the Obama administration. Just vote them out. But I don't want just any Republican either, because some of them, they're kind of screwy too. So how about Rand Paul's, uh, Paul Rand Paul? God, give me a break. It's the sugar. He's got some good ideas. All right. But right now I'm like losing it, because I can't believe that, Trump is actually getting so much, publicity, and so many people like him. Did you read that the Spanish, people are liking him now? Unreal. We need to have someone who's strong, that's going to bring our country back down around to where it was when we at least it could at least resemble that we were Americans and somewhat normal, right? People that believed in God and country, and because it's the majority of the people that are against this flaky stuff, and you know what I mean by flaky stuff. Okay, there's a lot of flaky stuff going on in the States now. Thanks to the Supreme Court. We need to, we need to also fire some of those guys. Right? We have too much going on. All right, and it's not positive stuff. And if I sit here and I try to think, what happened this week that was positive? I keep trying to put my finger on something. What happened this week that was positive? That's shameful, guys. This is America. All right? So, let's all wise up, okay? And get rid of the evil people, okay? The men and women that don't care, that are just out for the almighty dollar. All right? Or have an agenda that they've been trying to reach, and succeed with for eons, okay, as part of the Progressive Party, which is really nothing more than socialism, okay, at its rottenest core, right? And, because we've got to stop what they're doing in our schools. We have to take our schools back. We have to take, because there are kids, they don't belong to the government, no matter how much the government wants to think so. They do not belong to the government. God entrusted them into each parent's care. And yes, there is a God, right? Although, right, the United States Supreme Court may not agree, there is a God. Right. And we need to restore this country back to something that resembles the original Constitution, okay? The original Bill of Rights. Okay, guys? Right? This is, it's gone too far. We're going to lose the United States. It's just that simple. If we don't turn it around within the next couple of years and go back to where we were, we're going to lose the best, most powerful once was, okay, and the best to live in country in the world. We're going to lose it to evil, which is a really horrible, horrible thing to have your country lost to evil. All right? God has blessed America, and so long as we thought to obey God's laws. The most obvious natural laws. And the United States, the Supreme Court has just chucked them right out the window and said that there's no such thing as a natural law. All right, so, I think it's time we get put our foot down. And I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be doing that, all right? And, so I hope you guys, that you're all on board, and that when it comes time, all right, those of you who are in the United States, okay, and that care about this situation, and there's a lot of garbage to care about, because we got to get rid of Planned Parenthood, and we got to get rid of them. I don't mean you're just going to, stop them from, no. You got to get rid of them. We got to get rid of Obama. We got to get rid of all his people. We got to get rid of the government that would feed the hand of the people that are killing the babies, okay, and selling their body parts. We got to get rid of that whole group. And that's pretty darn deeply embedded in our government. Believe me. That's the most horrible part of this. Our government are criminals. They're backing these guys. All right, so yeah, it's been a depressing week. I never would have thought it would happen, when I was a kid. Isn't that awful? I'm talking like, oh yeah, it's already done. It's happened. It's a done deal. Well, it is if everybody doesn't get up off their duff, okay, to stop it. Okay, everybody. I just hope that, tomorrow morning, all right, next morning, every morning next week, when you guys wake up, you're all going to try to think of something you can do to help bring back sanity to America. If you're in America, all right? And those of you guys, okay, out there, all right, that aren't in our country, but you watch this little show, and I know there's a few of you, Maggie, right, Jeremy, all right, you guys. I don't know your country, okay, right, and I'm sure you love your country. Most everybody loves their own country. Well, I'm an American, okay, and I love my country in the sense of what I remember from when I was growing up, which was life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But everything is changing. Everything is changing all around me. And I think a lot of people are going through that right now here in the United States. Things aren't what you thought they were. And the only ones that are happy with what's going on are those who are ill. Those who have an ill mind. They're happy with what's going on. When the Christians are a minority and they're exiled in their own country? Because this was founded as a Christian nation. You know, it can't happen. It's happening, but it's not going to continue. Because the Christians will, with God's power and God's help, rise up. We're going to beat the evil. I know we will. Well, everybody think about, okay, what we're going to do. What's our part in it? I've seen an awful lot of websites lately, right? Americans beginning to think like true Americans and beginning to realize that they're losing control over their own country and their rights are being taken away, and they're starting to stand up. They're standing up for what's good and what's right. Yep. And we need more of you. It's the toughest thing in the world sometimes to just stand up for what you believe in. Yeah. Because you know, as the song says, you've got to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. Right. Well, with that said, I'm going to cut out for now. And like I said, I'll be posting something, all right, on the down in the feed somewhere. When you come back during the week, you'll see that I probably have some things down there, okay, for you. And I like you, am doing a lot of thinking lately, okay? And it's very important thinking, and we all need to do our best, okay, and care about each other, okay, and our country. You know, so, and it must be almost time for Katie to get home, right? So I got to run and check on her. God bless all of you, and thanks for, you know, swinging along here to my little video, this broadcast tonight. I appreciate every one of you, and I hope to see you again next week at 7 o'clock on Sunday night. And if I'm here earlier, maybe Wednesday, or, you know, whenever I get the, you know, hopefully I get something happy to report. Okay, all right. You know, then I'll come and see you sooner. Okay, and you know, God knows I love you. You know, all good people. We should all care about each other, right? And those of you who don't really care and don't, you know, don't care about each other, don't care about what's right for people, don't care a whit about living a normal and decent life, I'm praying for you. And I hope everybody else will out there too. Because we need everybody to, you know, to find themselves, okay, in this world. Okay. So let's look out for each other in a spirit of charity. Okay. Thanks. Good night. From Held in Evidence and me, Ethel Richard.